How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. My name is Bryce Newberger, and I wanted to introduce everyone to a snippet from my youth mental health seminar that I have recently written and developed and filmed. This piece is something that I think can help everyone, but it's a little bit of a more advanced theory that I wanted to kind of break down and bring to everyone to use on a more practical level. And so we're going to talk today about polyvagal theory, which is basically a look at your nervous system and how it works within regulating you when you're triggered, when you feel threatened. I feel like this information is very necessary for everyone to kind of understand what their body's doing and what to do about it. So this isn't really on the faith and spirituality side. This is more on the psychology, mental health side, but that's where we are today. So I wanted to introduce you guys to this theory. This was introduced in my youth mental health seminar, but the regulation ladder, the polyvagal theory. So you have three different types of turtles. I like to explain it this way. What kind of turtle are you? Are you a long neck turtle? Are you a peking turtle? Or are you just a shell? So the idea of a long neck turtle, think about when a turtle is wandering around and examining. He's looking, he feels safe, he feels like exploring, and so his neck is out, he's kind of climbing over his little boulders, and he's just living his best life. There's no predators around, there's nothing threatening him. And we are like this. When we are in our ventral vagal complex, we are long neck turtles. We are assertive, we're self-reflective, we're self-evaluating. We are easier. It's easier to learn, to maintain stable relationships, consistent boundaries. We're more resilient. And more importantly, play and creativity can happen here. And so this is where we feel creative, we feel open, we feel alive, things feel good. However, if you acknowledge a threat, so for example, recently I had to go into a situation where it kind of feels a little bit like enemy territory in my own personal life. It's a place where there's a lot of threatening relationships that I don't really enjoy. And so as I showed up on campus in this region, in this area, I was going to watch a play. I was going to participate in a Christmas program. And as I went there, I realized I went from a long neck turtle to a peking turtle. My mobilization for fight or flight adaptations kicked in. It's my action and defense system. I would have been more apt to be aggressive or avoidant or controlling with anger, sarcasm, procrastination, moodiness, reactive. So here, what I ended up doing at this place was I ended up sitting in the back row closest to the door. And that wasn't even really conscious to me. It was just, oh, you know what? How about I sit way in the back, right next to the door? It's an easy out. And in my mind, I was like, I want to avoid crowds. And when the play's over, I just want to get going. I want to get out. Me and my wife hadn't eaten dinner. So I thought, let's, like, as soon as it's over, let's even leave a little earlier. We're going to see what we want to see. We were there to see a few people, so let's watch the performance of those people, and then let's get out of there and let's go get dinner. But without thinking of it about it, I naturally shifted into being avoidant, and so and being reactive, really. So instead of staying for the whole play, I was like, let's just watch who we came to watch, and then let's just get out of there. And so after the play, people were like, where'd you go? And I was like, oh, we had to go eat, and which is true. We were hungry and we wanted to avoid the crowd, which was also true. We wanted to avoid the crowd, but I was a peking turtle. And I realized that I wasn't listening to my wife very well. And I was just kind of in this reflective state of just my mind was wandering, thinking about problems and things that were making me angry. I had seen a few people there who I just naturally felt anger towards. And so I told my wife, I said, I'm a peking turtle. And I had to get out of there to be a long neck turtle. Now, it's funny because I hadn't really given her this analogy, so she had no idea what I was talking about. So I quickly explained polyvagal theory to her in the car on our way to get some food from Quick Trip. And so I told her, hey, long-necked turtles, we're open, we're, exploring, we can enjoy, we can play, we can create, we can all of that. And I told her I was kind of threat aware when I went on campus there and I became a peking turtle. And if you go past your peking turtle stage, if you are triggered, like let's say one of those people would have come up to me and talked to me, or someone, I would have felt like a social rock was thrown at me. It's very possible, because I was already in peking turtle mode, that my dorsal vagal complex could have enacted and turned me into just a shell. My head goes all the way into my little turtle shell, and it's an immobilization system for conservation and withdrawal. It's a passive defense system. So I'm going to dissociate. I'm going to withhold my opinions, thoughts, feelings, and ideas. I'm going to seek to be smaller and less noticed and emotionally shut down. So whenever you become just a shell of a turtle, whenever your head is all the way in your shell, you got to go back to being a peking turtle, and that can make you aggressive. It can make you more avoidant or angry. You might be sarcastic or procrastinate, and then eventually you'll get back to your long neck turtle phase, where you're self-evaluating, learning, stable, consistent boundaries, resilient, playing, creativity, all of that. So this is polyvagal theory. And I think it's helpful for people to ask themselves in situations, what kind of turtle am I? When you're in a situation and you're feeling uncomfortable, or you're aware of certain stressors in your life, and it's important for me personally to pause and ask myself, what kind of turtle am I? What kind of turtle am I? And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I thought you guys might enjoy just exploring what kind of turtle you are, equipping you with this little bit of information to use in your day-to-day life. That being said, that's the theory. I want to introduce you guys, though, to an opportunity, which is I have resurrected the Soul Ward, which is a Discord server that I started a long time ago. I just wanted to create a safe place online for people to discuss politics in a non-judgmental way, religion, philosophy. There's no right way to think. We're not here to push any certain religion or philosophy. Everyone knows that I am a Christian pastor. But ultimately, it's also a place now where people can schedule sessions with me. And so it's a place where we can more easily all be in contact. We can play games together. I've really been getting into Marvel Rivals, which is a brand new game out. And so this is a place for teenagers. It's a place for young adults, for adults. And we can use the space however we want to use it. However, I will link the Discord server in the description of this video. So if you want to ask me questions, if you want to engage, if you just want to play Marvel Rivals with me or a video game, this is a great place where we can more easily just interact with one another. This is also a place that I will, from time to time, call out special deals on services. Hey, half off on a session coming up. First come, first serve. Who wants to schedule with me? Whether I have an opening or cancellation. Let's say someone's scheduled late on Monday and they have a last minute cancellation, so they can't make the session with me. I will probably go to this Discord server and say, hey, had a cancellation for 50% off. Does anyone want to grab this last minute slot? And you might be thinking, hey, you know what? You get an update on your phone. You're like, you know what? I'm having kind of a bad day. Maybe I could use a session with Bryce. It's going to be 50% off. Sure. You know what? I'll meet you in an hour or so, and we can just do a telehealth conversation. Or if you're in the area, you can drop by my office, and we can just, unpack life a little bit. So it's going to be a place where you get a little bit more easy access to me. So hopefully you guys have been given a little bit of useful knowledge today in how to ask yourself what kind of turtle you are. And hopefully you guys will join that Discord server where we can just interact. We can hang out. We can have great discussions. We can have great question and answers. And hopefully I'm doing everything I can to remove any speed bumps or road bumps to people getting the mental health services that they need. So I've been Bryce Newberger. You guys have a great day. All right. Bye.